And then they use people that look like them to convince other people that have a black face that look like them too, that see, you're electing someone like you who represents you, and they're going to go in there and fight for your community, but they're not. The most I ever saw Hakeem fight for when it comes to the black community, he was fighting for a hip hop holiday. But their number one priority is Israel. And even Chuck Schumer let the cat slip out the bag himself when he sat up there and said his job is to make sure that the left remains pro-Israel. That's really what they're in there for. And they're doing it under the guise of having black skin and making other black people believe that they're there to represent you, but they're not. They're there to represent Israel. It's a trick. It's an old trick. How you representing the Bronx, Ritchie Torres, if you spend more time going to events talking about Israel and what's great for the Israeli people than you do people in your own damn community?
I was watching this shit. I was like, I don't know. See, this is why I don't do in-person interview. I barely do interviews. I kick you off my shoe. You know what I'm saying? If I was to interview Ritchie Torres in real life, I think I would have kicked him in the face. I mean, like a Spartan kick. I mean, it would have. He would have just think I was just getting up to take a walk or walk off the set. No, nigga, I'm gonna kick you in your face. Cause it makes no sense how he. Oh well, Hamas murdered all of these people. October 7th, nigga. What is today? What is today's date? A whole nother year. You know what I'm saying? We had a whole fucking anniversary for it. I know I was celebrating. I don't know about everybody else, but we had a whole fucking anniversary for this, and they are still spewing the same lies, because we know about the Hannibal directive. We know about them targeting their own people. We know about them being next door to a fucking, open air prison, cooking and celebrating while these people are going through the most, inhumane shit that you can think of. And he's still taking up. And as a black man in America with education that know better, I would have kicked Ritchie Torres in the face. I'm about to try to see if something wrong with, like, my computer keep blanking out. For some reason, this boy's is literally hanging on. It looked like Nick's computer when I first met Nick. It looked just like Nick's computer. It's hanging on.
Wrong with a few people who saw my bum ass computer when I first started out. You guys don't understand how hard the struggle was. But go ahead, Rome.
Rome, you gave me Street Fighter vibes. Street Fighter the one that goes, ha! No, Street Fighter has the character with a girl, Chun-Li. Remember, she does the kicks.
I swear, because it comes to a point to where, okay, we can have a debate about certain things, but some things are not up for debate, like human rights. You know what I'm saying? Water. Housing. Some of these things are just not debatable. And if you debate on, who gets to live because of actions of others, then I gotta punch you. I gotta beat your ass, bro. Because what is you talking about here, bro? You a fucking psychopath. Like, somebody should get rid of you. Somebody should get rid of you. What are we doing here? Okay, well, yes, I'm gonna talk to you. Oh, yes, I hate these people. All of these people should be flattened. Their land should be taken over by BlackRock. He didn't say that blatantly, but we're gonna get into this. I'm about to share my screen with you if my computer stopped blinking. I think I might need one of y'all to pull it up because this computer not gonna let me.
Just put it in the private chat. Put it in the link in the chat room.
Okay. Damn it. I don't know. I think y'all can still see me, but I can't see y'all.
Yeah,
okay.
We can see you.
There we go. Yeah, everything messing up, but my yeah, I don't get it, bro. And I'm watching this on Twitter. Jaybe, if you can please, I know you got that clip. If you can please pull that up. It's a couple of them. But I don't get why we are sitting here having discussions with people who have showed us their true self. You know what I'm saying? Once you take money from J Street, and I know a lot of people would like to clown on AIPAC, but you have to remember J Street and there's other institutions that these people go to launder money to our politicians. So anybody taking money from J Street, AIPAC, et cetera, we should not be having debates with these people at all. We shouldn't be sitting down for interviews with these people at all. I think we should do whatever it takes with our power to, like, move these people out of your community, because what have Ritchie Torres have done for his people. Like he has taken in more money than what his people has gotten from him, his district, and that's why I hope Jose beat his ass. I ain't gonna lie. I hope Jose win that fight against him because he needs to be unseated.
Well, I saw Jose over the weekend at Icarus Fest, and I talked to him about it. I told him I think Ritchie Torres is starting to get scared because now he's trying to. Ritchie Torres himself is trying to do some type of mutual aid now. All of a sudden, is knocking on doors of Bronx residents that he didn't have to knock on before. So Jose and I had a conversation about that. So yeah, I think he's getting a little bit scared.
Yeah, I have Jose coming on tomorrow, by the way, for Naked Prime Time. We're gonna fucking dismantle this boy Ritchie Torres. But let's continue.
That's gonna be beautiful.
There were 1,000 Jews who were murdered before the establishment of Israel, like a half a century before the establishment of Israel.
Half is
1,000 Jews.
Yeah, they were killing each other, Jews and Palestinians. Yeah,
the Hebron massacre.
It doesn't make sense to me. This in 2025.
The only point was there was violence against Jews before the establishment of the state of Israel.
There was violence against Palestinians, and there was an ethnic cleansing in 1948.
I mean, the Hebron massacre.
What are you talking about right now? You're in the government.
Pause.
Listen, I didn't want to argue
because I want to say this. That silence was him saying there is no such thing as Palestinians. That was his silence. That's what that meant. One of my neighbors, we are cool with each other. We were so cool with each other until the topic of Israel and Palestine came up, and she told me that lots of people believe there is no such thing as Palestinians because of what the Bible says and et cetera, like that. But that silence, it says a lot, and we have to like.
And I just have to add this because people really need to take this home and understand this. As someone who grew up in the church, the Israel that is mentioned in the Bible is not the modern day Israel of today. When Israel was mentioned in the Bible, it was referring to the followers of Abraham. And a lot of people get this wrong. And people need to start asking questions. Who are some of the pastors who are teaching that to people, that is supposed to be their homeland because of what the Bible says? You have pastors out there who are misreading scripture, and you got to look at who their mentors are and where all this comes from, because I'm sorry, if you read it for yourself, you can see it plain as day.
If they read the Bible for themselves, Sabby, they wouldn't be Christians or Jewish or any fucking religion for that point. And that's why they get away with it, because they know they're never going to pick up the Bible and read the scripture for themselves. It's just like,
yeah. But then there's different forms. There's different, versions of the Bible too. And the one that is predominantly used in the United States by Christian denominations is the King James Version.
Yeah.
But that's not the original version of the Bible. So I'm sorry, I have to put that out there. It's so aggravating to me when people use Christianity as a reason for that.
Yeah, and they use it because they know they will never actually educate themselves to, read between the lines of these things. Like, this is a church. This library used to be a church. And one of my pet peeves was, like, I always had something against the pastor in this church, period. I said, I'm going to do something with this building. You know what I'm saying? I always had a grudge against them. But my main thing was I got kicked out of Sunday school because I kept asking questions. I said, well, who did Cain have babies by? Who did Abel have babies? I was asking those little questions that was getting on their nerve. And it's the same thing that's going on now, because they don't ask these questions. They just be told certain things. Like they don't read the Bible through and through. They say, well, here's the Bible. Now open up to Psalms verse something. And I'm about to cherry pick some shit that I know that you're going to agree with. I'm going to brainwash you to believe in. But this is what they're doing right now, what they're using Israel. And, all these people, there's so many contradictions in the Bible. You can't even take it literal. In the 21st century, I don't know how you take the Bible literal in the 21st century, but if you do, then you should know literally that Israel did not exist in that time period.
As somebody who was an evangelical for almost 20 years, the Israel First of all, Israel was the other name of Jacob, which was the grandson of Abraham. So you had Abraham, he had his son Isaac. Abraham actually had two sons, Isaac and Ishmael. And then Isaac gave birth to Jacob, and then Jacob had 12 sons, which constitutes the 12 tribes of Israel. The thing is that Israel was actually supposed to not have a nation anymore. Once it was the 70 CE, actually, it was told that it would be ended somewhere around after 66 CE, but then came back General Titus, who actually destroyed the temple. And once the temple was destroyed, the people of Israel were told that they would not have a nation at all, and they were supposed to disperse throughout the earth. So by that very notion, they're not supposed to actually have a nation state. This is what the Orthodox Jewish people, this is what they actually talk about. And so when people talk about, oh, well, you know, we need to have our own state. And I'm like, yeah, no. God didn't even say for Christians to have their own state. There just happens to be states where a majority of people are Christian, but it's not supposed to be a Christian state. Like when people talk about the United States as a Christian nation, oh, hell no, it ain't. There's a majority of Christians in the United States, but it's not supposed to be a Christian state. Yeah. So by that very notion, then no, right? But they want to confuse it.
Also, Israel is a secular state.
Yeah.
That's another thing. And the largest religion in the world, from what I understand, is Islam.
It is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron.
But no, I was just saying, like, man, this is you know, and for black Israelites and you black people who, you know, basically suck AIPAC dick. I don't know how else to put it, man. I don't know how to be professional with you. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Bro, they are using the same Bible they used to put our people in slavery, and they are using that same Bible for justification for killing Palestinians. And you telling me you see nothing wrong with this? But if I say they use the Bible against us, you might be secular, you might be atheist, agnostic, but you know that the Bible is used to enslave and keep our people dumb. And they are using that same Bible. And you telling me that you see nothing wrong with this? Something is wrong with you. Either you paid to say that, or something is very deeply wrong with you. Very deeply. But we can get on with this stupid ass nigga with his far back ass hairline.
I'm sorry, you're not familiar with the Hebron massacre in 1929?
Wait, you're saying that justifies an entire ethnic cleansing in 1948?
Israel was a.
Whoa, this isn't even a good argument.
Hold up, Israel.
What are you talking about?
I didn't realize we were debating.
I don't want to do it, but you say something like that.
The Jewish state was established by international law, right? The UN passed a resolution. That recognized the establishment of a Jewish state, and there were a number of Arab countries, including Egypt, that declared war on Israel. Yes, the War of Independence, and Israel won the war.
The Palestinians didn't declare war on them. They were just people that were living there, and they were kicked off their land.
By the way, there were either 800,000 Jews that were ethnically cleansed from the Arab world.
Do you know what?
There were Jews. You know how many Jews there are
not
in the
by
Arab
the
world?
Okay. Pause one more time. Fuck it. Let's go kill all the white people. All the white people gotta die. All the white people gotta die. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, look, it was millions of fucking black people that died on the ships to even get over here. Can we use that for justification to murder somebody? Can black people as a group go out and murder somebody and use slavery as justification? If so, let's go out and kill all the fucking white people then. What the fuck are you talking about, Richie? Okay, people died. Nigga, that's the word. That's the word that we living in. But we don't look back and say, okay, well, everybody gets to pay because my people have to go through this. Nigga, that's collective punishment. Collective punishment. And a lot of you like to say, oh, well, I shouldn't have to pay for the sins of my father, but they should. They should have to pay for the sins of their ancestors, but you don't have to. Americans, white Americans, y'all don't have to face the wrath that, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I hate these people, bro. Like, you can't be human. I think something happens in your brain where the human part just dies. And you are just a straight fucking psychopath, bro. Because this makes no fucking sense. If what I said makes sense, then Come on. If it don't make sense, his shit don't make sense. What's up, Blue? I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just yelling at the camera.
Talking about the broader Arab
So
world.
why do the Palestinians have to bear the responsibility of the Algerians kicking the Jews out?
You can relitigate.
Why do the Palestinians bear the responsibility of Egypt invading?
Israel's been a state for 77 years.
Bro, it's so depressing
so
what you're saying right now.
You're proposing to undo an established state?
No.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me ask a question. Why in the world is Ritchie Torres trying to fact check a Jewish person about his own history?
That's
like a white person trying to fact check us about our own history as Black people in America. Like, what the hell?
And it happens. It happens. People do it.
What kind of bullshit is that? It's crazy.
He's
man.
reading the AIPAC talking points. I'm telling you, they all got the AIPAC talking points. They all say the same thing. He's saying the same thing that Cory Booker says. They say the same thing that Wesley Bell is saying right now as well. It's the same talking points.
Wesley Bell with his Norbit looking ass. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let's continue.
I know people that live there. I have family that live there.
I
don't think that they should
What are
leave.
you proposing?
I'm proposing a democracy. I'm proposing an extensive demographic study of what was taken and what was lost, extensive reparations for what that was taken, and a truth and reconciliation process.
Uh-oh.
Where we can end this shit.
You heard that word, reparations?
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
I caught it.
That's what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about. So this is just, Ritchie Torres to me, I have to go in a few minutes, but Ritchie Torres to me is just basically one of those politicians, one of those guys they pick, just like Cory Booker, just like Hakeem Jeffries. They are selected by AIPAC pretty early on. They already get their hands on these people, sometimes even before they decide to run for office. And that's what Ritchie Torres is. And then they use people that look like them to convince other people that have a black face that look like them too, that see, you're electing someone like you who represents you, and they're going to go in there and fight for your community. But they're not. The most I ever saw Hakeem fight for when it comes to the black community, he was fighting for a hip hop holiday. But their number one priority is Israel. And even Chuck Schumer let the cat slip out the bag himself when he sat up there and said his job is to make sure that the left remains pro-Israel. That's really what they're in there for. And they're doing it under the guise of having black skin and making other black people believe that they're there to represent you, but they're not. They're there to represent Israel. It's a trick. It's an old trick. And the way I kind of see it is people... How you representing the Bronx, Ritchie Torres, if you spend more time going to events talking about Israel and what's great for the Israeli people than you do people in your own damn community? What has Ritchie Torres done for the Bronx? He lives in the poorest, that's the poorest district in the country. And you never hear him talk about it. All you hear him do was talk about what's great for Israel. So this guy was bought a long time ago. And I tried to sound the alarm about him when there was that article about him that says he checked off all the progressive boxes. Even back then, to me, it just sounded too manufactured. And that's what this is. So that's who Ritchie Torres is. But he's not alone. So you have him, you have Clyburn, Hakeem, Cory Booker, Wesley Bell, all the Black caucus in Congress prioritizes Israel. They went to Israel too. You see, they sit by and they kind of quiet. You don't hear them saying anything about, did they say anything about Chris Smalls being beaten in a prison in Israel? No.
Black man.
Because they there under the guise of a black face sitting up there basically to protect Israel and fight for Israel. That's really what they're looking for. I do have to get going.
Yeah, Sabs, you can let us know who you have coming on tonight before you go.
Yeah, Amanda Seals is coming on.
Man, that's
tonight.
about to be. I was like, damn, Sabby damn near too famous for her, but yeah, I hope she don't leave me.
No, Nico is pretty cool, close with her. So yeah, Nico has been on her show before and stuff like that, but this is after that Jubilee debate. So we got a lot to talk about beyond just the Jubilee debate. But yeah, she'll be on tonight at 8 p.m.
That's dope.
All right, tune in for that. See you later, Sabs. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
All right.
But yeah, I wanted to touch on, you know, and the people in his district, because I know a lot of liberals gonna be like, well, people ain't protesting like this and that. First of all, people are protesting him, but not at a large scale that they should be, because like Sabby said, this is one of the poorest districts in America, and we don't really have too much time to protest these people. We got to take care of our people, grandchildren, you know, our loved ones, no matter who they is up under your care. Or maybe you need to be maybe you need help and to be taken care of. So, you know, silence isn't support. Silence isn't support. And he's on the fence. This is why I said we need to help Jose. You know, we are communists. I'm pretty sure you guys are socialists or leaning to the left. No matter what you call yourself, we might be a little bit more further to the left than Jose, but I think Jose got a good shot, and if he got a good shot, I think we should push him because he's principled. For now, we see that we can actually hold him accountable. He came on my show. He's going on Nick's show. He's talking to the people. He's out there every day, you know, volunteering. He's out there. So, you know, give Jose a chance, and you know, just push him out there. Let's see what can happen, because, you know, I'm not really into the politics or voting Bush, and I'm into politics and not voting, but it will be good to get an AIPAC puppet out of New York.
Jose's a great guy too. I think he's legit in what he's talking about. So